We're back. Hello. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream here at Idea Studio. I'm Dana.
I'm Chip.
And we got a little bit of stuff going on in Bangkok today, do we not?
This is similar to...
Well, we gotta move the camera.
Saturday?
So we know more in depth here what the actual lockdown looks like, or not a lockdown.
It's a lockdown. Just some provinces.
Okay, now you call it a lockdown.
Yeah, because they say lockdown.
Hey, Chris, what's going on?
It's coming curfew.
Good morning, sir. Your mojo here all the time from Florida. How's things in Florida? You guys survived your hurricane? Bean, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. So yeah, we've got, we know we got the curfew going on, but honestly for Jib and I, life in Bangkok has not changed, right? We work from home, we stay home most of the time. Now, there's no late night snack ordering, that's an issue.
Issue for you.
Yeah.
You cannot be like, oh, I'm hungry at 9 p.m. and you start to walk to 7-Eleven.
True. That's an issue for me, not an issue for Jib. But other than that, so the malls are closed. We haven't been to the mall in months.
Yes. We go to sleep for important thing if we have to go.
Emazakian pops in. What's going on, Emazakian? How's your legs? My legs are good.
What leg?
Oh, did I talk about leg day last time? Maybe. Or Jib, you talk about your leg being banged up from the bike?
Oh, it still hurt.
So, yeah, we've got, essentially life for us has not changed, right? Because we've got we're working from home. We're always here. This is what we do. We've got the business, and then Grab and Robinhood. The Robinhood app, which Jib found, is really good. Better prices, and the restaurants get more of the cash.
Yes. So I like the way they when they just launched the app. It's like, Robinhood is what? And I read what they describe, they not charge the fee to the restaurant.
Yeah.
So actually, it's the same price as you go to the restaurant.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they split the pay for the rider, but I think it might be okay pay.
Yeah. So people.
And now they say as you locked down for 2 weeks, free delivery.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that, but some asshole here order 5 baht fried egg, Thai fried egg. You know that, right?
For free delivery.
And the thing is, he ordered from Samut Prakan, for example. I can't remember exact what province, and has to pass Bangkok and then deliver to Pathum Thani.
Oy.
That type.
He really
3
wanted
provinces
that egg.
for 5 baht fried egg that he can just go get it from next door, local restaurant, which is not the reason why this app let it free delivery, because they want to help people. You don't have to go out, you just stay home, and then you don't have to pay for delivery because the app pay to the rider, but you pay for food, of course, because even when we walk out, we pay for food.
Yeah.
Which is many people misuse of that. So what a bad person. Some order salmon, I think from I'm not sure it's a shop that I ordered yesterday or not, but it's 40 kilometers from that restaurant to the house. 40 kilometers, take 2 hours to go there, and the fish is look not good because it's 2 hours.
Yeah. That was yesterday.
Huh? No, 2 days ago. When they just say, okay, free delivery, then people, should I call it prank?
Yeah.
This app with order cross 3 provinces, some is 100-kilometer drive, which is you can get that food near your house.
Yeah, for sure.
That's so pissed off. That pissed me off. Like, why people do that? Until one prosecutor.
Yep.
So he write something on the Facebook, like he said, well, if this one you can prove that they like what you call like worse than planned to rider, that's you can file a lawsuit to that user, and like he has to pay fine, which is in the case of 5 baht fried egg, like you walk to your main road, you get it.
Probably good too, and fresh. Hey guys, real quick, is our audio out of sync? Because it looks like on our end, it looks like there's a little bit of delay. So let me know in the comments if we have an audio sync issue. If so, I'll jump on and I'll reboot it real quick, the audio and the camera, get them to sync up. But yeah, Eric asked, do I have home gym equipment? Yes, we do.
Do we?
Yeah, we have the bike.
Ah,
the
yes.
exercise bike. I've got some dumbbells, some
Jump rope count, maybe?
kettlebells. I have lots of jump ropes. Yeah, so a good amount of like small equipment, not like anything crazy. All right, so it is out of sync, so I'm gonna reboot the camera real quick, but I'm not gonna shut down the stream. Okay, so we should be back. All right, that looks better on my end. How's that on your end, guys? Hopefully better. But yeah, so we do have home gym equipment that we use. I've got a 24 kg kettlebell, a 10 kg. I've got 15 kg dumbbells, 10 kg dumbbells. We have 1 and 2 kg dumbbells as well. I have different weighted jump ropes as well as a speed rope. I actually, my preference is I like the jump rope with just the actual cotton rope in it. I find that to be the easiest to use. And I like my weighted jump rope. I have one of the ones you'll see at the Muay Thai gym where they put the rubber tube and you can put beads or like ball bearings inside of that to add weight to it. And it works out really well. And yeah, just like for me, like a quick kettlebell workout is good, and then some calisthenics. I thought about getting a pull-up bar and a dip station for outside, just like no. But yeah, I think I might do that because I'd like to do some more pull-ups and dips. Those are fun exercises. Yeah, so that's pretty much the extent of our home gym. Oh, Joe Pinto with the coffee, my man. Thank you for Robin Hood Gym for a fried egg.
No. And now they change the rule, like the programmer set it up like you can order in just the range is like 10 to 12 kilometers, which is it's okay because I order salmon like 9.8 kilometer before. It's okay, not far, not too far, and not too long to wait.
So one of the things I really like about the Robinhood app, I mean, it's owned by SCB, which, you know, obviously to launch an app of that scale with the type of capital it takes to get riders on board and everything, you need to be a big corporation like a Grab or a Gojek, which AirAsia just bought Gojek Thailand. Not Gojek, the $1 billion company, but just their Thailand branch. And so what I like is that SCB's not overcharging the restaurants and they are paying the riders a decent wage. So they're being very competitive with it, which I like. And it's just kind of changing the model, which is a little disruptive to what's going on.
You know, I read like a community of like a restaurant who sell through the app. They complain about the cute one, the cute pink one. That, I'm not gonna say the name.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
The cute pink one. They say like, oh, they charge a lot for like, seems like it's like a ad click or something.
Yeah.
So like, some show the bill that they sell like, let's say they sell 10K. So for the ad click, they charge the restaurant 7,000. And how can they pay for themselves. It's like all crazy.
So I actually haven't used the cute pink one
I
for
didn't
over
use
a year.
Yes.
Because I had a bad experience with them and their customer service did nothing about it. They had crappy customer service, and it just wasn't worth it to me. And so I've been using Grab because Grab's customer service is actually good. They fix problems when you have it. But now that Robinhood is a better deal for the restaurants and for the rider, then I'll probably go with them.
You have SCB, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use Robinhood, but I'm not sure if they have English version menu for you. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, that's why I have to have you order for me. And I'll be like, Jib, can they have Paula? No. Oh, yesterday was Jib and I's anniversary. So it was the anniversary of our first date, the day we first met. So, I mean, which is essentially, I mean, we had chemistry and hit it off right away. So that's kind of like
7 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was, our first date was at Terminal 21. We met in front of Chaps, which is like a denim shop on the ground level, but like right at the entrance.
Is that ground? Is the same level as a BTS?
BTS level, yeah. So first level. And then we just had tea and hung out, and then that was our first date. And not a bad day.
And it just find out that you vegan.
And that
it's like, oh my god, I think about like, okay, we might go to eat something like maybe steak or like sizzler or shabu. It's like, oh, I'm vegan. Like, what?
And yet you stayed with me. So Jib doesn't always have good decision making.
Yes, you can say that. This statement true.
But yes, so
at least you're not crazy. Like, oh, I'm not gonna go to a restaurant that cook the pork soup and then they make me like plain noodle, no soup. Remember, you have the chashu. Cold soba.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, saru soba, that type.
Do you remember when we went to? This is a funny story from when we first started dating. We went to the floating market in Patumtani to have boat noodles, and actually just to see it because it's different than other floating markets.
Because it's a real boat.
Yeah, so they're barges on the river, and they just lock like 4 or 5 of them together, and there's a museum on that market as well. And they serve traditional boat noodles as kind of like this is the food that people ate when they were building this canal in the museum to show you. And so we ordered the boat noodles, and they made a J version for me, which was nice of them because I wasn't expecting.
This rice noodle?
Yeah.
What? Morning glory?
And then they put the garnish in it, the shallot or whatever. And so, that was nice that they made it for me, and because I wasn't really expecting to be able to eat anything. And Jib got the regular one, which is like a pork soup with a...
beef.
Is it beef or pork?
Well, they normally have 2 versions, beef and pork, because some don't eat beef, some don't eat pork. So they have 2 pots separate.
Jib liked it. She got and they come in the cool bowl, and they explain why they use that shape of the bowl to be able to get the noodles on the boat, so it doesn't slosh all over the place, but... the noodles were great, but then afterwards they had ice cream boran, which is like traditional Thai ice cream. And I was like, oh, so it's not made with milk? And Jib interrogates the waitress. And they're like, no, they said it's traditional recipe, so it's just coconut milk. And so literally I take the first bite, and I'm like, if that's made with coconut milk, it has a really heavy, milky body to it. And Jib's like, no, for sure. I'm like, okay. It wasn't even that good of ice cream boran. It was probably below average. Much worse than the noodles were. The noodles were great. And so we finished that, though, and we're driving on my motorcycle, and 10 minutes into the motorcycle ride, I can feel my stomach just churning in pain. And so what we think is they must have probably mixed milk powder, lactose powder, with the actual coconut milk to give it the creaminess. And it was just reacting in my gut. And by the time we got back to my place, I couldn't even stand. I was in so much pain. And so Jib had to go and get me charcoal pills so that I could actually recover. Because I was not in a good place. I felt bad because Jib was crying because she thought she killed me. But it just happens if I get any milk, I know, because...
But I asked, Many times.
No, and like she not only did she ask, she like really interrogated the girl. She's like, "Are you sure?" And like Jib like really put in. Oh, Joe, thank you for the
Thank you.
for the $5 there for the coffee for the anniversary date. Thank you so much, my friend. But yeah, that was so Jib thought she killed me, but she did not. I survived. She got me some charcoal pills, and charcoal pills are your friend, especially if you first moved to Thailand.
Keep it with you.
Charcoal pills are something you just need to keep with you because they are a quick fix for probably 85%, 90% of food poisoning issues, unless you get something really bad, like something you really shouldn't have been eating in the first place. You're like, oh yeah, that sun-cured pork and shrimp sausage from Isan looks good. I've never had that type of food before. Let me try that right away. And then you eat like 6 of those.
Well, you try something small first if you never eat it.
Yeah. Well, this is the other thing. Like in Bangkok, most stuff's cooked. Even street food is cooked pretty well, so that you're not worried about it. You go to Isan, they basically eat that sausage raw. They just like they slice it thick, and then they throw it on the grill for like a second each side.
You have raw steak, do you?
I do not.
I mean, like you eat like almost raw beef, except you
Some people do. Some people do.
like a shard from outside, and when you cut, it's like right.
Oh yeah, but that's not ground and then mixed and then fermented in the sun.
It's just beef.
Anyway, yeah, so that is rare steak is a thing. No damage. Good. Just rain and a little wind.
Oh.
The rain
okay.
here the past few days has been insane. And actually, yesterday I was about to go for a bike ride. I'm like, I'm gonna go for a bike ride. I'm literally walking out the front door, and it's like the sky turns black and starts thundering. I'm like, okay, never mind. I come inside, and Jib's showing me photos from another part of Bangkok that's flooded. But I could have got my bike ride in because there was no rain for like another hour after that, at least near us. So, but you know, why risk it? I didn't want to get stuck out in the rain. Frank says that the term lockdown comes with specific legal implications, including payouts and stuff. I read that a few months ago, but there may not be 100% accurate.
Yeah, if they order to lock down or close some specific business, like they have to compensate that in some way, like help pay something or I don't know, but like they have to do something with that. Like when they order, okay, your salon cannot open, like well,
you got to give the cash.
Yeah, what they're gonna help? It will come with help. So Frank, from what I heard, it's like they will reduce the cost of electric.
Oh, let's hope.
For 2 months.
Yeah, we both
because have to stay home.
And both of us have a government rate, so
yeah,
that would be good because that's very low for us. So if you guys don't know, here, if you live in a condo, most condos charge a rate on top of the government rate for electric, whereas we live in
my
yeah, most condos apartment and condo.
Condo, if like you rent it, yes, if that condo made for rent. But if you own a condo, it's like same as you own a house. You pay government rate, as we pay as the Pachani Way, always government
Well, I thought that
rate.
was because that was a special deal because of how that building was built.
Yeah. So like when you have that condo room in your name, you pay government rate.
Yeah.
But maybe not water because they like kind of like use a tank, right? They have to pump to the tank. So they might have like a separate calculation.
Frank says lower rates would be wonderful. We have Tick's mom here and she likes the free air conditioning. Free in quotes.
What's that?
Free. Because Tick's mom I guess she likes to turn the aircon on and enjoy the cool air.
Oh.
Does she live with you, Frank, or is she just on an extended hangout session?
I think it's just one bedroom there, isn't it?
I don't know. It's like upstairs they have more.
Oh, okay.
George.
I like the second floor for the dining area.
Yeah, it's nice.
The dining area down we don't have here.
Yeah,
friend.
no dining area here. That's one thing
Thank you, then allow me to eat on a proper dining table. I miss it so bad.
No, you don't.
I miss it. Like our last dining table now is turned to be ironing board.
Yeah, but it's a very nice ironing board. Very big. Amazaki and Mrs. Thai omelet, kai jiao.
ไข่เจียว
Tasty with choice of rice.
ใช่
You have to have rice with the Thai omelet.
And you know, now like there's other campaign like government pay 50%, you pay 50%. So that's for local business, like a local grocery, restaurant. So you cannot go to 7-Eleven and pay with this campaign, no. But you go to like grandma grocery, you can get like stuff there. Anyway, ไข่เจียว rice with omelette near us. He joined that campaign, so actually you can pay for like 10 baht.
Yeah.
Or even less than that.
Yeah, his omelets look good too.
I think his omelet is 20. And he has like a topping on it, like you can pick the topping and he will fry it fresh for you. So I think that will be like 20 baht. And with this campaign, actually you pay from your pocket just 10 baht.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to scan a QR code
Yes.
and then so the government will pay half and you
only
pay
Thai,
half.
sorry.
Only Thais, yeah.
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 But you use mine.
Or your
so.
Thai girlfriend. Actually, the first time I was buying mangosteen, I was out and Jib's like, I'm going to pay. And she's like, no. And she like takes her phone out and scans. I'm like, what is that? She's like, explains to me the whole thing. I was like, oh.
I think they didn't explain this in English because you cannot claim it. Even you pay tax, but like they say, okay, for Thai.
Yeah. So it's fine. I mean, we go out to the night market. Jib just brings her phone. And everyone's got, even my veggie girl has it. So if we go and buy veggies, can just like boop, pay half. No big deal. Very good. Very good. But yeah, the 10 baht omelet Jib likes. And that guy, his omelets look good. He uses fresh oil.
Yeah, it smells so good.
Yeah, and when it's funny because, you know, obviously, so I was watching Kenji.
That guy.
Kenji Lopez Alt, his channel, and he actually made Thai omelet, and he was talking about the higher saturated fat in the oil, the crispier the thing becomes, which is why palm oil.
That's why I try to order palm oil.
Yes, that's why palm oil gets eggs so crispy.
Yeah.
And so, but he was using like he had like part duck fat in his, but yeah, he was frying it, and it's funny because they bring the omelet out of the wok and it's a little droopy, but it's like as soon as they put it on the rice, it turns like ultra crispy. Yeah.
But with that one, you have to have like maybe half bottle of oil in your pan, which is I don't want to waste the oil.
But if you do it on the street, you're doing like 5, 6, 7
Oh yeah, that's
omelets,
one is like okay, not bad, but like home cook is not worth to pay for it.
Yeah, or don't mess up like I did one time, and I had oil in the pan to cook an egg for Jim, and I thought I turned on the stove, but it didn't ignite. It just put the gas on, and so I'm thinking it's like heating up. 'Cause I cook eggs for Jib all the time, and so and I've gotten pretty good at Thai style eggs, but so I go to put the egg in and nothing happens. I'm like, what the? And so I look at the bottom and like the heat's just off. Like, oh, that's gonna be a nasty egg. And so I have to turn the heat on after I blew all the gas away so I didn't blow up the kitchen. But so I turned the heat on and still out of sync, really? Oh, Let me bump the audio. Okay. Maybe. I don't know. Hopefully that fixes it. Let's see. Oh, but anyway, so I had the egg in the wok, and when I turned it on, and then all the oil basically soaked into the egg because I heated it up from nothing. And
That's hurt.
Jam liked that egg, though. Jim was like, this is disgusting.
Yeah, it's a white egg white, not whole egg.
So George is saying, have you noticed that the American YouTube makers here in Thailand have been fleeing to the outlying islands? Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, for sure. a lot of people are leaving Bangkok and going to islands. Or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, why not? Like if they hear like they cannot go out in the night and like not many business open, so maybe not fun for them because if they don't like work in office here, they don't have to stay here. They're just like okay, enjoy the beach. Let's say if we don't have business, maybe we just like okay, let's go to like beach city somewhere, some province that we can rent like the like bungalow for a month for cheap and like stay there, right? But we cannot leave the house. That's all.
Yeah, so I know that some of the other guys who were going out in like Chris is in Samui, but that was actually planned before the lockdown. So I know for a fact that he had planned that whole trip.
Chris
and then,
always like somewhere.
But then he had to like accelerate it for himself to get there by like a couple of days because of the situation. I know Patty went to Samui like on last minute. And, you know, that was like, he just didn't want to get stuck in the middle of nowhere with nothing to do. Like Jim said, if we didn't have the business to run, if we didn't have some other stuff going on, we might consider like, 2 weeks, just go down to Koh Chang or Samui and just hang out for 2 weeks on a beach.
Like
and
get like fresh air, not many people around there. It would be nice, but as I'm still working on my embroidery project, like I cannot carry everything with me. And if I miss something, when I take it back, that will be bad.
And then actually, Patty sent us a photo of like a bar and like full blast in Samui.
Well, I think even we go somewhere like that, we're not gonna go to the bar. We just like order a drink and just chill out in front of the bungalow. That type, I think. Yeah,
we're not. Yeah, generally speaking, we're not going out at night, so we're pretty boring couple.
Well, let's
in
say
that regard.
my bedtime 10:30.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah.
He said some of the YouTube makers have even made vids of flights showing possible spreading of COVID to other. I'm sure it is happening. I mean, look, if people are fleeing the city and getting out, they're bringing COVID with them, whether they're vaccinated or not.
There's a gap of 2 days before they start like do not go out.
Yeah.
They announced like a Friday 4 p.m. right, official announcement.
Yeah.
And then you have like weekend. If you really want to go out, you can depart. There are 2 days of the time that you can depart city. But when you arrive there, I don't know. Every province has their own restriction. Like okay, you have to stay only in hotel room, or you have to check with staff somewhere, or you have to load the app something. But just so you know, even Thai celebrity, they break all that rule.
Yeah. So it's not just foreigners. Yeah, it's
not just
all
foreigner.
around. But is what it is, guys.
And to cause the problem of infection in island.
On the island.
Well,
there was one in Chiang Mai.
more than one celebrity did that. So.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Yeah, Joe, I agree, man. Customer service is where it is. Again, that's why I've been using Grab, and that's why Robinhood seems like a good one. Is what it is. You gotta treat your customers right, or they're not gonna come back to you, and that's exactly what happened with that other app. Yeah. Let's see. Zakian says, not sure how the noodle restaurant and Victory Monument are now during restrictions, but just settle for Chinese sausage fried rice. Not Chinese sausage pad thai? With ketchup? Some of the I think we talked about this last week. Some of the pad thai videos are just straight offensive online. And Jib and her friends get like really heated over these.
If it's like home cooked and like, oh, we can't get this ingredient, so we have to use this instead. Yeah, I will understand, but not from the mouth of the chef.
Yeah.
Who's like high level chef who say, oh, pad thai, we add some Chinese sausage. Where he went to cooking school? If he went to the school that cannot because that's just girl. But if he went to the school that has that type of teacher, she will beat him today.
It's that guy it's an Epicurious video, but that guy King is a Filipino American chef, and he makes some awesome stuff. But even you said if that was just if
If
they
he
called
call
it
it
fried noodle,
oh, I would love to have it.
yeah, you said you would love
But
that.
when he said pad thai, so no.
To be clear, the food it looked like a very delicious dish. It's just not
Yes.
pad thai.
What the ingredient he add into it is
Yeah.
like.
Gator Jake says gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
But if he call it fusion pad thai, I might take it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is a fusion food. It's quite similar to pad thai, but add other ingredient to get like a new flavor or something. Well, okay, I will try, but don't call it as a pad thai.
Jake, I think that service is not allowed during the lockdown.
What is that?
I don't know why he wrote that, but
What is that?
colon is like.
Oh, no, when you have ice cream.
Oh yeah,
maybe it's
yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
with the ice cream. I thought
You too slow for, too late for the comment again.
Too late.
Yeah.
Yesterday was our anniversary, Jake. So yesterday was anniversary of when we met. So we just celebrate with a little lunch.
And just after that, I think we never break apart.
No, never. That's not, yeah.
No on and off, just like
yeah, that was that. Yeah, that was that. Life-changing moment for sure. I'll tell you, I had the worst pizza yesterday though for lunch with our anniversary lunch. It was.
Is that bad?
There was no color on the bottom of the crust.
Yeah, you showed me that.
It was like it could have been blonde. Like, look, blonde espresso is okay. Blonde pizza is a no-no. And it was super thin, and it wasn't like a nice thin. There was no crispiness to it.
Maybe cook it too quick.
Yeah, so I mean, I tried a new place. It was a good deal, but look, I've got my 3 or 4 places. Paula's the king, but I've got a few other places. Yeah, can Robin Hood do Paula?
No, too far. But like before this, maybe you can order. But with the 12 kilometers.
No, it's only 8 kilometers from here.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Let me check.
So anyway, but yeah, Paula's the king. But I have a few other places that I enjoy. You have stock of hatchling gators. I'm sure in Florida you find baby gators everywhere.
Oh yeah, 10.7 ja, not 8.
Nice. So we're good?
Oi, not open yet.
No, they open at 11. But we can check later.
Marina.
Oh, perfect. What's the price on marinara?
60.
Oh, so it's 5 baht more. That's not bad. Not bad. So raw beef is normal.
Oh, it's a free delivery.
Raw beef is normal food in a lot of places. Yeah, for sure. Raw beef tartare. No,
Never try.
I think it's okay to eat raw food. No big deal. I eat raw vegetables. Probably more dangerous than raw meats in a lot of times. Oh, half meter, nice.
440 for half meter.
So I think like raw vegetables are actually a lot of people get sick more frequently from raw vegetables than raw meat, just because the like animal pee and all the other bacteria that.
Well,
goes
you
on
have
vegetables.
to clean it well. That's the
even you
part
clean
of you clean it
even
well.
you clean it. Sometimes it's stuck in those crevices. If you're gonna eat raw vegetable, but yeah, I clean everything.
Did you eat salad?
Yeah, but
Is it raw?
If we make it at home,
Is it raw?
If we make it at home, it's clean. But I do get a little nervous for raw salad, like raw vegetables out in Bangkok.
You never complain when we eat a pala.
Because Paula, I trust that they clean it.
So that's why you have to go to the restaurant that you can trust.
Yeah. Only have photos of only juvenile alligators, no hatchlings.
What?
Yeah, they're talking about the different gators.
Different type?
No,
Or
like a
different
different age. I guess it's hard to say. It's hard to get a glimpse at the hatchlings if you're in the
What
wild.
is hatchling?
The little babies.
Oh, like a small one, like you can grab.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I think you can see it in the zoo only. The way that you can see it, like swim.
This is Amazonian asks, why do legs break in such awful ways in the UFC? When you're smashing 2 hard objects into each other, something's going to break. Actually, that's the 4th leg break I can remember seeing in the UFC. So obviously Corey Hill was the first back in the day. And then after that, it was Anderson Silva, obviously the most famous one, then Chris Weidman, and then Connor at this most recent one. So Yeah, I mean, you're whipping your leg at a high rate of speed, and if it checks against something harder, it could break. I did see a very interesting breakdown of the Connor break, though, where the guy broke it down frame by frame, and it actually looked, oh, Gator Jake, man, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. Got to run for the night. I would like to get you some lunch or a couple of coffees. Congrats on your anniversary. Thank you so much, Jake.
Thank you, Jake.
Have a great evening, man. Thank you, and thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. So yeah, the legs. So the Connor one, it looked like it broke at least partially when he pushed off to throw the punch.
How can you break your leg when you push?
So it must have already been fractured, either from when he kicked the elbow or when they checked the kick.
Because he kicks
Dustin,
many times.
Yeah.
Like before that.
So the thinking is that he already had some preliminary injury or partial break.
Just to think about it, like.
So then it looks like when he pushed on the floor, it broke completely, or at least somewhat, and then he threw the punch, and when he stepped back on the leg, there was nothing there to support it, and he fell down on it, and then Dustin got those extra couple punches in after the fact.
Because like I cannot catch it. I see like okay, he like go to the front and then he stepped back and then somehow he just sit. It's like what happened with him? It's like I didn't see any like punch on his face that make him like cannot stand. It's like what happened? Why Connor
and then
sat down?
Then they showed his foot was going in the wrong direction.
Like Dustin jumped on and smashed. Right? Keeps like what happened? And when the replay comes in, it's like I feel like I cannot have lunch that day. Like oh my god.
Yeah, it was not good. Not good. But I mean, it was a good fight, and I think Dustin was winning. He was outclassing Connor everywhere. So
what if he didn't break his leg?
I think Dustin would have gone. Yeah, I think Dustin would have gone on to win.
Really?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Just like the last fight.
Okay. Ah, scary.
Oh, Tick's mom, she's there for the whole lockdown. Oh, nice. Oh, 2 bedrooms upstairs.
Ah, that's nice. But you know, your house, like on the second floor, I saw the guy, the building across of your house, like keep smoking on the third floor. It's like, no privacy in your house. Eh?
Yeah, well, luckily, sometimes that happens when you're on the soil like that.
It's like the house is that close. Well, maybe the same range as like our children.
Yeah,
how
probably
about
the
street,
same.
right?
That might be a little further. Hey, what's going on, Dan? Thanks for coming by. It says Jib's audio is overdriving. Really?
Do I? Or you're too low?
Maybe. I mean, no, I think he's saying that you're overdriving a bit.
Or maybe I'm crying.
Turn you down a little.
Oh my God, think about that lady.
Frank says, you're welcome anytime. Dana has to make an appointment
Yo!
to get in.
Cannot knock your door at 12 or 3 in the morning?
Come by at 3 a.m. after doing drugs.
Oh, no, it's a lockdown one. We have to go after 4 a.m.
4:01,
we can leave the house.
I can't leave the drug-fueled cockfighting until 4 a.m. and then walk over to Frank's. Cockfighting on the Klong.
Hey.
No, the Klong Frank is near. The section of that Klong, one block away on 97 is where I ran into the marijuana farm and the cockfighting.
You don't say the word.
Oh, sorry. To the
plant farm.
Into the plant farm and the
smell nice plant farm.
In the rooster, the rooster club.
Well, for the rooster, it's okay. I saw it before.
Well, it's legal in Thailand. Cockfighting's legal here.
It's like, I think they say it's a part of the culture.
Yeah. Well, so here also, like, it's not like Mexico where they put razors on the chicken's feet. Here they actually put like little boxing gloves on their talon, so they don't kill the other rooster. And they apparently what they do is when the other rooster turns away, that rooster lost.
That's when you never see the original one.
No, that's how they do it now.
Oh, yes, now.
But, I mean, better than letting them kill each other, I guess.
Yeah, agree. And then the one that lost go into the chicken soup for the night.
So
นี่อะไรอ่ะ
No, yeah, we're just going there, just pointing at the other
okay.
screen.
Okay.
Do you have? Do we have what noodles? Shiitake. Shiitake noodles. Like mushroom noodles.
Shirataki. What is that?
I think you mean shiitake.
If it's shiitake noodle, no, we don't.
Because it's lowercase, right? It's not capital, so it's not a brand. I am unsure, Joe. Oh, yeah, they want to know if they can take a peek at your project. How's it going?
Let me.
Jib will go grab it. She's been working on this quite a bit. And the part that she's been working on recently is really hard.
Like my fingers, like.
Yeah, quite a bit of bleeding going on with the fingers. So let's see, Jib's gonna grab it. But yeah, the part she's working on, she has to like build it up so it's higher. And so when she's running the thread through and actually doing the embroidery, there's more surface to push through. And it's cutting her up. Here it comes. Let's see. Ta-da! Can you bring it closer, babe? Yeah, pull the protection up. So you can see like here she's had to like build all this up to fill it in. But last time like the head wasn't done, like none of that, the circle wasn't done last time. So yeah, quite a bit going on. Someday it will be finished, maybe 2025. Jib said I'm number one. But yeah, with now that part's done, I think some of the crown will go quick, but then the main part of the crown will be a little slower because it's really thick. What Joe? What the bigger gators eat the smaller gators? I guess that's very gator-esque. Gator Jake, man, thank you for coming by, dude. Have a great night. Can I enter your name for a sweepstakes on Virgin Galactic? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Thank you, Hamizakian. If we get the chance to go to space, we will.
Huh? What space?
With Virgin Galactic.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, so he flew, right? He went up to space, and now Jeff Bezos goes. But Elon Musk beat them both, so it doesn't matter. But Elon didn't actually go. But he has the higher of the two.
And only one success landing, isn't it?
So far.
Yeah. But imagine if he was in the first one and it's not land.
Not good.
Yeah,
good.
right?
Frank says they have blackout curtains upstairs, just not on the... Oh, nice. Yeah, if you're going to sleep... For you, too, because you sleep during the day a lot, right? Blackout curtains are a necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool, Auntie Jib. Yeah, the Auntie Jib.
He say very good for the embroidery, right?
Ito Koniku are translucent gelatin traditional Japanese noodles. Made from konjac yam. It's clear like faux noodles.
Oh, konjac.
I've seen those, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that before, but I don't know, is it called and
yeah, I didn't know the name, yeah.
Shiratake.
I thought he was trying to say shiitake. Morning, Richard. How's it going? Beautiful day here in Bangkok.
Where are you, Richard?
Yeah, you're in Bangkok still, or did you go somewhere else, Richard?
Can you escape Bangkok before it's locked down?
It's already 30 degrees here, so...
Just 30.
Already 30 degrees at 10 a.m.
You know,
Not
this morning I checked humidity, 85%.
85% this one. What's the UV index is already at 5. By the time we finish the live stream, UV index will be 11 for sure. Yeah. Fun times. I went out when I took some packages for delivery yesterday. UV index was 11, and it wasn't even that hot. It was like 34, and it wasn't that humid, but it was so unbearably uncomfortable from the sun just beating on me. You can see I've got like a little bit of a farmer's tan going on now, like just like a straight line from my upper arm to my lower arm. I need to start walking around shirtless like Frank's neighbors.
Oh yes. Or you ride bicycle like just your overall.
Yeah.
They're not gonna complain
Yeah,
because
just
you
my-
have something on you.
It's just my overall. Yeah, then I'll have an even stranger tan line. Yeah. I don't know if that's better or worse. Oh, Elcito, man, how's it going? He says shirataki are low in carbs, good for keto.
Oh, so yeah, like
yeah.
cognac thing. Like you not really digest and turn it to calorie. You just
You just burn it right away.
no. It just you eat and it just go out.
Pizza's the same way, I think.
Huh? Very graduate fun.
Okay, maybe pizza's not the same. I wish pizza was the same. I wish. Someday. Richard, Richard's still in Bangkok.
Whoa.
Going to get my COVID test and preparing to leave tomorrow night. Got caught out in the rain last night. Yeah, the rain was crazy last night. So where are you headed to tomorrow after you get your COVID test, Richard? You going to one of the islands or somewhere else? Yeah, the rain was wild. No, like 3 or 4 nights ago, it rained like all night long, like 6 or 7 hours.
That's a raining season.
But,
the
like,
proper one.
Usually we don't get like that extended amount of rain. Usually it's like 2 hours, like the same amount of rain over 7, crammed into 1 or 2 hours. So it's actually kind of nice to get like that slower rain, because it's a little bit easier to deal with as opposed to like all of it in like an hour time frame. Joe gets him at the Asian market. Every market here is an Asian market. I bet you could get them at Big C here, Big C or Lotus. They have a lot of different noodles, so like one of those two you could get for sure. Actually, we have a Big C delivery coming tonight.
Yeah, evening time.
And they canceled like a few of the things we really wanted.
You really want it.
Yeah, I told you I'm gonna make Jib and Jam French bread pizza this week. I'll stop at Big C, or you said there's a Lotus at Community Mall.
Tops.
Tops.
Or gourmet, not sure.
Get a loaf of French bread.
Or
and some-
Foodland, something. It's
some
like
cheese.
a nice one.
We're gonna go with the straight stoner food and make Jib some French bread pizza. A little bit of sauce, a little bit of cheese, and good to go.
Can be a lot of cheese.
Actually, we'll make it garlic bread style from a video we saw. So it'll be like garlic bread, then toasted, then cheese, then sauce, then cheese. Jib didn't want pepperoni though. Not a fan? Pepperoni, like classic for pizza though. Back home. Oh, back to San Francisco. Okay,
Ah.
heading back. San Francisco. I don't. I like San Francisco, but I definitely don't miss the West Coast compared to Bangkok. Is it true there's a huge human poop problem in San Francisco, Richard? That's what I see a lot of people saying.
Huh?
It's like human poop. They have like an app to track human poop.
Why is there?
Homeless people, or maybe just assholes taking craps on the street. I don't know.
Really?
I remember last time I was in San Francisco was when I went to work with Adobe. So it was like 2016 maybe.
Maybe.
And when I went there to work with Adobe, and it was like everywhere people were smoking weed, even like just like you smelt it everywhere you went. And then I stayed at a hotel called. They put everyone who was there for that same project up in a hotel called Clift, and there's a club downstairs called the Red Oak Room. And I remember coming back from dinner with my buddy Richard one night, and I walked in and there was a drunk girl, and they had this big chair in the lobby, like like a chair that an actual giant would sit in. Like I was eye level with the seat, and she was trying to jump onto the seat, and I stopped when I saw what was going on because I knew this was not going to end well. Right, so she's like jumping up, and they had like some type of like skin, like an animal skin on the chair, like to make it look like decadent type of thing. Whether it was real or not, I don't know. But so she jumped up, and she had heels on, like really high heels, and she's wearing a mini skirt.
Oh.
And so she gets like a jump, and one of her friends like pushes her a bit, and she lands like right on the animal skin and slides off the chair.
Yow.
Falls back, slaps her head on the back of the floor, which is all tile. Busts it open. She's bleeding everywhere, and she's got like bleach blonde hair. So she looks like Ric Flair in the 80s when he would cut himself wrestling. And they had to call the rescue. I mean, it was kind of a funny moment. It was. I feel bad to say it was a funny moment, but it was a moment of humor.
That's hurt.
Joe says he got his new watch today. Start my walking count tomorrow. Nice. So the other day I got a package. Speaking of watches, I got a package. Can you go grab that watch, babe? It's it's that red box. So someone sends me a watch, and actually they had called Jib and like asked for me, and she's like, yeah, like, oh, we're gonna send a package COD.
I'm not sure it's the same one or not.
Yeah, but they said it was.
It has to be COD.
They said it was going to be what, a watch, a cell phone, or something else. Gold, and
it's like a random box.
So this comes, but it wasn't COD, and I didn't order anything. It says it's one. If this is 1,300 baht, I call it bullshit. But this is the ugliest thing. It's made of plastic. It's got like a fake rose gold color, and it's got missing rhinestones on the bezel. But yeah, so this came from me, and obviously. No Asian watch is gonna fit my wrist, especially not a woman's watch. And it's so cheap. I'm like, I don't want to just throw it away because that seems wasteful. But like, also at the same time, it's so cheap. If I give it to someone, it's kind of like an insult because it really is like a crappy watch. But yeah, someone sent it. I don't know if they meant to send it COD. If I ever receive anything COD, I'll reject it as a delivery because I don't order anything COD. And so.
Yeah, I also tell my mom that never get a thing that's COD from me or for her, because when I order stuff for her, I order under my name but change the address to my mom's house and always pay.
So yeah, I have no idea. Someone sent me like a $1 watch and put a 1,300 baht price tag on it. But yeah, it's not anything I ever ordered. That's true. Villa is not an Asian market. They're just a Western market in Asia. That would be the equivalent of the Asian market back home. Osito says, my only problem living in Thailand would be missing Trader Joe's, Mexican food, and Latinas. So Trader Joe's not being here does suck because Trader Joe's is amazing. Can't argue with that, Osito. Mexican food.
Taco Bell. Well,
since you live in Mexico, there's nothing that's going to compare to what you get.
Taco Bell.
Yeah. No. So $3 tacos at Taco Bell. So yeah, obviously we don't have that. What you're used to since you live in Mexico. Latinas, yeah. But I think Thai women will try to stab you less than Latinas. Yeah, in my experience.
Why?
Which is, I would say Latino women tend to be emotional.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to date a Latino girl, and she tried to stab me more than once.
What?
Yeah, like pretty seriously tried to stab me. Not
really?
Like
like murder stab, not just like.
I think she was more trying to maim, not murder. But yeah.
Can I try?
No, I cannot. But yeah, so yeah, those three things that we don't have too much of. I do know a few Latinas in Bangkok though, but probably not the ones you're looking for.
Probably not to know where they like to hang out. Yeah. Like I know where Japanese housewives like to hang out.
I think I
what
know,
area or what, like a shop, that type. but I don't know about Latina.
Yeah. I only know a couple who live here as reporters. They're both reporters, actually.
Oh,
Oh my, it was 54 degrees last week in Death Valley.
what?
Damn. Is Death Valley is the hottest place? Is it the hottest place on Earth or the hottest place in
54
America?
is in Celsius?
Chai crap.
Ooh.
It is called Death Valley, to be fair.
So it will be half day sun-dried pork
Yeah.
and it's burned.
Yeah. So, yeah, Death Valley, I think, is either
Oh my God.
the hottest recorded temperature on Earth or the hottest recorded temperature in the U.S. in Death Valley.
Why is that hot?
It's a desert in the middle.
Ah!
It's landlocked.
Desert.
There is a poop problem in general. Dog owners, homeless can't tell anymore. Damn.
Yeah. So you don't have to clean your dog's
You
poop?
do. People are just assholes.
Really? And
Yeah.
why no one forced that? Like they not send any police
Yeah,
or
if they catch you. But
if they notice a problem, why don't they just like start it now like a
well, they could just do it Philippine style. If you see if you see someone pooping or you see them letting their dog poop, you just shoot them. Done. No questions asked. Like the Philippines does with drugs.
yeah, if they start to do that with a few cases, then people will won't do.
Yeah, no, I think maybe that's a bit overkill for poop. Oh, wait, I just get Frank's. What do you say? Last time I was there, I saw a lot of poop near Union Square. We walked from the passport office to our local hotel, and we dodged a lot of things. Poop wasn't the worst of it. Ooh.
Wow. So it's not nice place to go then.
Actually, my friend once posted a photo of a homeless guy pooping in the garden across the street from him.
Why don't he like at least dig the hole?
Just like he squatted over the wall they had on the front and let it rip.
Oh.
People are going to start building walls for their gardens like they do walls here in Asia with broken glass on the top and stuff
Yeah.
to make it more difficult.
I think like for me it sounds like it look weird like your house doesn't have wall, like not high wall.
Well, I mean,
It's like a short one that you just like jump across it.
yeah, but like you go out to like in Isan or up north, they don't even have.
Oh yeah, they don't have.
Yeah.
But like for the city, like from what I see in the movie,
I like having
It's
the
like
I like
no
having the 3-meter
wall.
wall in front of the house. It gives us privacy. But at the same time, yeah, like you do get we don't get as much sunlight because we're so close to the wall. That's the downside.
but it's safe.
Yeah, pseudo safe. Yeah, Latinas are super jealous, but they make up for it in bed.
Huh?
Latina less likely to cut off your member than a Thai woman. The only case I know of that happening was a white Karen woman in America, right? Like years ago. Was the guy's name was John Wayne Bobbitt, right? She chopped off his thingy while he was asleep.
What?
So this guy and his wife were like always fighting, and while he was asleep, she like took a knife and sliced off his,
Oh.
and then she threw it out the car window while she drove away.
What?
Yeah.
So cannot find it and fix it?
So they found it and fixed it, and then he ended up being a porn star.
Is it still work?
I don't know. This was 30 years ago. But
So it might be like in the winter, I would guess that so the cold can keep it.
I don't know.
Chill.
I don't know. All I know is that he went on to make porn movies.
Yeah.
He had like some manual pump to get it aroused.
Or maybe that's not work.
Huh?
Like doctor can stitch it back, but not everything go back.
You should have learned the crambit. Have you had a watch display presentation of it, or Borneo silat? Actually, I have a crambit.
What's that
It's
crumpet?
the curved knife. It's over somewhere.
Somewhere. Before you can get a knife to fight the thief, I would date first.
Well, I've got my little one.
Maybe you'll find it someday.
Yeah. Well, I do have a crampet. It's somewhere. Yeah, I can fight with a crampet. I know some techniques for fighting with a crampet that I actually did learn in Borneo. So yeah, I like knife fighting. I think it's interesting. It's fun. The crampet is an interesting weapon. I don't know that it would be my first choice in a knife fight. I would probably still go with something like if I was just gonna have something with me, it'd probably be more like a fighting knife, which is more of a straight blade with a full tang. But the crampet is interesting in that it's a very agriculturally focused knife because of the curved blade made to cut things, but it's also it's a very good fighting knife, and usually they have a finger hook so you can swing it and control it better. But yeah, I would if I could pick any knife for a fight, I'd probably pick something similar to a kukri, or like some type of a forward curved knife with a thick front, because it gives you more cutting force. Or just a straight fighting knife, like a Bowie knife, like a slightly smaller Bowie knife, which is what I first learned knife fighting on 20 years ago, when I started training in knives. So, but yeah, I do have a crampet. It's a good weapon. I like it. It's very pointy. It's fun, and I wish I could figure out where I put it. It's not a great one either. The one I have, it's just a practice knife. I've got to organize my bins better. It's somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow. But yeah, crampet's a fun one to play with. Jib doesn't like knives so much.
No, cut myself.
This is my little mini knife, fighting knife, but used for packages. That's the only practical application. But this one has a full tang handle, which is quite nice for inexpensive blade of this size. I like the chopper knives too, like the competition choppers, where you can just like psh, psh, psh. And but it seems like every guy who does that's like a chubby bearded white guy. So maybe it's not the right sport for me, because I don't want to just look like everyone else. But yeah, I do. I like crampet's an interesting weapon. Osita says many Thai women resemble Latinas, so that works too. Many Americans will get more upset if you shoot the dogs versus the dog owners. Of course, because the dogs didn't do anything, right? The dog owners are the assholes, right? So,
yeah.
You know, they're the ones who deserve it. The dog doesn't know any better. They're just following their owner's lead. My backyard has a lot of brown sausage from my dogs.
Well, from your own dog is okay.
Hey, it's your backyard.
But not like someone else's dog. Like we don't have dog, and sometime I found it in front of the house.
Yeah. And then Jib will wash it into the neighbor's yard.
No, to the front of the neighbor's house. That I check camera where it's from.
Yeah. Eric says the hottest temp ever was 57 at Furnace Creek Ranch, Death Valley. Ugh. Maybe break that record this year. 57. Oh my God.
Imagine how quick you can dry mango paste.
Instantly. Furnace
you just put
Creek.
it there.
I like that it's called
Dry.
Furnace Creek. Oh, here we go. Here's the history lesson from Frank. Lorena Bobbitt is Latina, and John Wayne Bobbitt made one film and went badly for everyone involved, including everyone that saw it. It was mangled and barely functional by conventional standards. Oh, he only made one porno? Oh, too bad for him. I guess the novelty wore off quickly. Struggle in unity, Jib. Oh, good coffee today. Sometimes you get the brew just right. Like my coffee's pretty consistent, but like sometimes like the temperature's just like everything's just like.
Mm-hmm.
And this one today is really good. Also, like the obviously the freshness of the beans matters, right? So like our beans, when we order in bulk, they're pretty much coming fresh roasted usually. Usually they would deliver to the shop and they were roasted like a few days before. So, like the first couple days, they're really still degassing. So it's like the peak of those beans tends to be a week in for them, and then we probably get like 2 solid weeks of like really peak beans. So that's why I don't throw. We get so many, I have to freeze some of them, but I don't freeze any until they've degassed. So I wait like 7 days from when we get them usually to then throw some in the freezer. And then we'll have those as we deplete the fresh supply. But we order a whole case at a time. I like this one coffee brand that we've tried a lot of coffee, and this is the one that gives us the most consistency of the roast level that we want, and probably the flavor profile that we like, a very classic, earthy Thai flavor profile. And I like fruity coffee, but not on a daily basis. Like if I'm going to go out for a pour over, I want to get something unique, like an Ethiopian anabolic process coffee or yeast process that has like those fruity notes to it, or fermented beans even. I don't want to get like just my coffee poured over because I drink that at home. But, when we go out, we like that fruity Thai blend. When we get coffee out, you don't usually get the pour over, right? Unless we're together. Like you'll try mine, but you'll usually get like a just iced coffee. Yeah.
Yes, because we don't drink it here at home.
I mean, we could, but like, why? Our coffee's so good, warm.
Yeah.
I think you're taking. It's not.
So
also,
let's say
I think a dark roast
it
is
will
better.
be like snack for me.
I think dark roast is better for the type of iced coffee you drink too, because you add milk and all these other things.
So it's like same as like have cake. Like okay, go out, enjoy sweet coffee.
I don't want to drink
cake.
dark roast black. Like I think dark roast is most of the dark roast you get here has too much roasting notes. Like it's too burnt. Whereas and that goes great with coffee. That makes a great espresso. Well, not burnt, but like roasting notes are good in your espresso. Not good in your French press, in my opinion. Some people love dark roast coffee. Like my father drank crappy ass Folgers dark roast his whole life. Like buy a tub of pre-ground coffee and scoop it into the coffee maker. So yeah, I mean we just different tastes. But yeah, when I go out and I get a pour over, I like something with a lot of fruit flavor. Even some of the Thai coffees have a lot of fruit if they're roasted lighter and they're brewed in a certain way. That you can get like a lot of apricot, a lot of red fruit out of those coffees. And honestly, if I have a chance to, there's a couple cafes I'll go to where they'll have Thai beans and they'll be roasting them on the lighter side and doing a pour over. I'll always pick that if I've never had that particular bean before, because I love those. It still has an earthy flavor, but you get a lot of fruit coming through.
So you drink coffee or you drink fruit juice?
It tastes like fruit juice, but it's coffee. Oh, Joe sends his oldest grandkids to pick up the poop. Yeah, teach them responsibility.
Yeah, teach when they're young is help.
Richard loves how you correlate all weather and temperature with food cooking or dehydrating times. When it was like summer here, like one of our neighbors was drying pork outside like every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And keep it till frying at night.
So Emazaki asked French press or drip brew. So I do at home. We make a French press. I have a double-walled stainless French press, so it doesn't lose temperature. And we do a medium roast Thai coffee. And then after it's been brewed, I do a 1-minute bloom and a 4-minute brew. And then I pour it through a fabric filter into a decanter. And then from that decanter into the cups. So
it's a half-hour of process before I can get coffee.
8 minutes, start to finish. From weighing the beans out on the scale to grinding and doing the bloom and everything. So I do a very, it would be considered a fine grind for French press, but it's like a low end of the finer side of medium. And then I'll bloom it with hot water for 60 seconds. We also brew at 85°C. So what we found with this particular coffee is that if you do a high temperature extraction in the French press, it gets a little too acidic. And so we drop that brewing temperature down to 85, and we get a very smooth, very kind of tawny cup of coffee that has these really nice earthy tones, a little bit of chocolatey flavor in there, some caramel, and you get like those earthy flavors come through. And it makes just a wonderful cup of coffee, and it's ready to drink in like just a few minutes because it cools down to about 60 really quick. And I like to drink, you guys know I love my mason jar, but we both drink out of like a clear glass as opposed to ceramic. One, it just gives a nice appearance. The coffee's beautiful. And two, it just helps it cool a little bit quicker than a ceramic cup, which offers a little bit more insulation. Now, the other thing with, like I said, I pour it through a fabric filter, and these glasses of coffee are essentially sediment-free, right? When you drink, you might have like a little bit of sediment that comes through, but not like if you just poured a French press and you have sludge at the bottom. It's a very, very clean cup. And you're taking away some of the muddiness that you would get from just pouring the French press straight, where when you just pour the French press straight, you get a little bit of a muddy mouthfeel, right? Because there is all that fine sediment in the coffee, and it's much more oily. So you pour it through the fabric filter, and now all of a sudden you've got a nicer mouthfeel. It's a little bit lighter, and the flavors of the coffee come through a bit more, as opposed to when we first started drinking coffee at home and we would pour the French press right in, it was too muddy.
Yeah.
And now once I saw one day the lady making Cafe Boran on Bang Kajau actually, and she poured it through the thing. I was like, oh, that's a good idea.
We have it like in Thailand for
forever. No, but that's the first time I saw it. Someone do that, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. So I stole the idea from traditional Thai coffee and started pouring mine through the fabric filter, it's a nice compromise to the paper filter, where a paper filter removes the majority of the oils, it removes all of the grit. The fabric filter lets a little bit of that come through, so it's not quite as light and defined as a paper filter coffee, but it's not the mud that you get straight out of the French press. And so it allows you to go a little bit finer with the grind, get a nicer extraction with a little bit less bean. Whereas without a filter, I would brew this same coffee like 68 grams for the 900 milliliter of water that I add in, and it'd be a very coarse ground, so you get less overall exposure of surface area, which means you get less soluble extraction, but you still end up with a muddier coffee. But as you grind it down a bit more, right, I can use 55 to 56 grams of coffee with that slightly finer grind. I get a much nicer, more defined, more developed, thick, beautifully robust, heavy flavored coffee, and kind of like just right. Eric said, I just watched a great documentary on Sonny Liston. Looks big, but only 215. Got stuck playing the villain. What a stare down he had. Best ever, maybe. So I just saw something on, I think it was a boxing YouTube channel. I watched something the other day about Sonny Liston. Maybe it was the same thing. But yeah, he was 215, but he was a big heavyweight for his time. Most of the other heavyweights were 190-ish. And at 215, it was huge. But yeah, he was like a mob enforcer and stuff. And I guess there's speculation that he was murdered. He was given a hot shot in Vegas, and that's what killed him.
So you two what? 250?
More than 250. But yeah, Sonny was a great boxer, strong boxer. But yeah, again, they didn't want him to be champion either.
Siri.
I'm listening.
You have to say it into the microphone.
No, I don't want to make Frank angry. Then I don't have a chance to eat at his house.
So yeah, Sonny was great. I think I might have seen that same video. I said it was really good. But I think against today's heavyweights, he'd still be undersized and wouldn't have the power to compete. Again, I think Mike Tyson, in my opinion, is probably the greatest of all time.
Yeah, you weigh more than 113
Yeah.
kilo for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that for me, Sonny Liston probably the one of the greats, but not the greatest. I would put Mike Tyson as the greatest heavyweight of all
You will
time.
be 286 pounds.
About 280 right now. Yeah.
เท่าไหร่ช้าง
Asita, you would really like coffee from Oaxaca. Has the notes you seem like. Yeah, I love that. Again, I'll drink any coffee. I'll try it, and I'll probably love just about any coffee. But for my daily driver, I like that earthier, more traditional coffee flavor. Oh, going to see Dr. Donna. Have a great day. Oh, have a good time at Dr. Donna's over in Tonglaw. Same.
Oh, the clinic?
try.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I got my blood work done recently. Good office. They're doing a good job with COVID measures there too, keeping people distanced. They were busy when I went, so good
Yeah.
luck. Hopefully you're not there too long. Enjoy the nasal swab.
Can you use the word enjoy? That swap? I tried
Oh,
it.
you know
It's
too bad
not
the
nice.
cafe is going to be closed downstairs, right?
Maybe he can get a drink, but
Yeah.
cannot sit and drink
Yeah, there's
there.
a cafe downstairs. They have good ice cream and sorbet. They had good sandwiches too. I had a vegan sandwich there.
ใช่ I thought you say you're gonna stop saying you're vegan.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say I'm vegan, but I had a good vegan sandwich, good plant-based sandwich. I turn off HomePods when you people are on my computer. Frank said he turns off. What do you mean, you people? He turns off his HomePods, the little mini speakers. You know, lately I've been getting a lot of emails asking me about like dating Thai women.
Huh?
Like I don't know. Jim and I have been together for a long time. I'm like, do I have to make a video about like why I'm the wrong person to ask about dating?
Well, would you date before me, right? So
How many? Like almost.
they're Thai.
No, we're talking about like almost a decade ago.
No, it's 7 years ago.
Almost more than halfway. But yeah, I mean, like I'm not the person with the practice to give the experience. Maybe I'll make a video though, because people keep asking me. I've literally
You
got
make
like
a video on me. Did you give how to find a girl like me?
Yeah.
Not like
don't be a bareback Walsh and go
Yeah.
and go meet a girl at Cowboy and think that it was her first day
or your friend.
at Road Dog Eddie.
You just say the name. You don't have to have like a explanation of his.
Who thinks he meets girls at Nana who are the nice family girls? Yeah, I mean maybe I have to make a video.
What?
Maybe I have to make a video about like how not to meet. From my perspective, how not to meet the wrong girl. I don't know. Maybe people are trying to ask me like the question that I can't answer.
Then they know that they're not gonna ask any question like that because you don't know.
Have a good day with your honey-do list, George. Running your chores.
Huh. Oh, he's in Lamluka ใช่ไหม
Yeah, check out. Hey,
Or it
Craig,
might
what's
be
going on,
far
man?
after rain.
A little tuk-tuk sticker. Emoji. I think it's a golf cart, but still.
Cute ล่ะ
What's up, Craig? How's the weather out your way? Everyone's talking about how hot it's been in Death Valley.
Any
Eric
sunburn?
was saying it was crazy hot. But yeah, like I keep getting these emails about dating, and I'm like, ah.
Maybe they want another chip.
Maybe people want to know where they can find their jib. That's what they're asking.
Just so you know, I have many single friends who graduated from same school, same high school.
Your dentist friend single?
Yes.
Perpetually?
And she said, I don't want any partner. I just have my dog. I'm happy.
Who's Pappy?
Her. Because happy.
Oh, Happy.
Just stay with her dog. Like,
I thought Pappy was the name of her toy.
no, we just joking. Like, maybe the dog, it might be her son in the last life because he's so like, doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, bark to the postman, to like a AC guy who comes to clean the AC, like scared to death. But when it's come to the pizza guy or KFC guy, it's so friendly and like give give him a smile, waiting in front of the house. Like,
Of course, because he brings food.
it's like, what? So, like, that's how her dog behaved.
She lives in Phuket still?
Yep.
Yeah.
But she was in Bangkok for long. Like, when clinic not open, she was like,
really?
okay. Because she's dentist. Like, they beware about her.
But I mean, she grew up here or she grew up there?
Grow up here.
Oh.
But her mom from the south.
Ah.
Well, I think she's not from Phuket originally, but
You consider Phuket the South?
South Sea.
Okay.
It's in the south. You see the map? You see it's in the south?
Mm.
ใช่ไหม?
It's southern, but not like
Shy.
south.
Not south because of like a mixed sort of culture, but consider from geography, it's like south.
107 Fahrenheit today. Ooh.
Is
It's
it
a chilly
bad?
107. That's
Is it
high. It's in the
bad?
40s.
40.
Yeah. Hey Siri. What's 107 Fahrenheit in Celsius?
The answer is 41.7 degrees Celsius.
41.
Yeah, that's hot. That's hot.
That's hot, but
Indeed.
I think maybe my skin will peel off at that temp.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be with my pasty white skin. I can't go into even here. Like I go into the sun on a normal day.
You're not that white anymore.
Joe says, "Why does Dana get the Thai girl input?" Well, Eric says, "I've wondered about dating in Bangkok and if I could meet a nice athletic girl in the gym."
Yes.
Or something. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I think like you go to the gym. Just be careful what gym you go to. Like I think if you're going to like you know what I mean. Like some of the gyms are more like hookup spots than anything.
I don't know.
Ask my friend Pat Lee what gym he goes to, and then avoid that. Because like I've literally like he asked me one time to meet him like after he got out of the gym and in the Central Rama 8, which I think is Fitness First, and I met him. But
Central ปิ่นเกล้า Rama 8. We
Rama
don't
8.
have.
Rama
It says
9.
Rama 9.
Rama 9. Central Rama 9. And then, but then he's like, oh, I gotta skip lunch because I picked up a girl at the gym. So yeah, like, but I feel like it depends. Like, there are certain gyms that like just athletic people go to that you could definitely.
I think it might be like the racket club. I
Yeah,
think.
or like one of the CrossFit places, probably, or like those type of like my buddy Chris used to do Spartan race stuff.
Oh, maybe
like-
Ox Chris.
Yeah, like
Ox
they go to
Chef
those
Chris.
type of gyms.
Yeah.
Or like a Muay Thai gym, even like you definitely meet like someone who's like just really into competing or being sporty.
Yeah.
But yeah, go to Fitness First, and you know, you might be meeting someone looking for someone.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Craig said, "I went to a new sushi place for dinner since we are sushi rolls the size of Subway sandwiches only in
Yo!
California."
Have Subway. How can you bite it? Normally
then
like
you cut it and you bite
no,
it.
no. Normally sushi is like one piece for one bite. So like California roll here, it's Market is like So like for me, some restaurant I have to bite in half. Some is like mostly like I can eat like.
But Jib
one
doesn't
piece, one
usually
bite.
get the roll; she'll get the sashimi.
Yeah.
Well, I want to go back to Eric's question real quick because there are some gyms that are like for bodybuilders or power lifters, and you actually see a lot of women at the bodybuilder gym. So, yeah, I think if you went to one of those, you would there'd definitely be women who take working out very seriously. I would say.
Depend what type of girl that you're looking for.
Yeah.
If you want like girls who can lift weight with you, they go to the heavy gym,
Yeah.
and she will serious like yeah.
She might look like me though.
No.
Like, actually, so in Thailand has like a history of very successful women powerlifters. Generally, they all come from Isan, and they're all like a foot tall, and they just lift stupid amounts of weight. So you could maybe find one of those. There's a special. What's the sport university, babe?
Huh?
that your teacher said I could find a Krabi Krabang teacher at that sport university.
อ๋อ it's like วิทยาลัยพละศึกษา
Would he be able to meet like powerlifter chicks there?
yeah
Yeah,
but like that would be like undergrad level
maybe a bit young. Yeah. Or one of the maybe one of the
Teacher.
instructors. Yeah. Frank says how to meet and date women that are not part of the entertainment industry is probably a subject that is underserved. Yeah, true. Yeah, maybe again, like when I get the emails and people are asking me like about like how to date Thai women, like I wish they were more specific, like because a lot of times I feel like they're asking me how to date those type of women, which I don't know. That's never been my thing.
what those type
Yeah,
what was the those type
the entertainment industry.
you have money you can get a date
I think they're asking me how to be like Bareback Walsh.
you just go to cowboy
We got a delivery coming in, Ben?
no I have to reply to customer
Craig says, my friend joined a gym in Bangkok, hooked up with the receptionist, still together 30 years later. Nice. Depends on the gym, yeah. But it's funny that so basically the first girl he met. Paul says, fitness first, expensive. You'll meet HISO types. You know what, man? I don't even know that it's like HISO types. I just think it's like people who want to... Fitness first attracts like a certain group of like people to work. Like people who are maybe serious about just like general health, but not like any particular sport or like lifting in particular. But yeah, it is expensive. I think it's more than 3,000 baht a month, I believe. And don't they give you like a uniform they want you to wear? Like everyone looks the same. Like I wouldn't be into that. I want to wear my Speedo in crop top tank top to the gym, so everyone could admire my physique. Jim's face is like, what the?
oh dear well if you want to meet a healthy girl maybe go to like Lumpini Park
go
or
run in
any
the park.
yeah go to jog and you
Yeah.
will see the girl
Hey, what's going on, Dave? How's things in CERN? You guys getting a ton of rain? We're just getting hammered with rain here. What gym does Tony find women at? I don't think he meets the girls at the gym, Joe. I think he gets the girls from somewhere else and then brings them to the gym with him based on his workout videos. I was just talking to Tony last night. We were chatting about some stuff. He's Jim. Tony's a nice guy. It just like
Yeah.
Jim gets upset when he brings prostitutes over to the house.
but the last girl I like her.
Yeah, his last girlfriend was like a real girlfriend. Like
so that's a normal girl
yeah,
like me like we can talk
yeah. Like you guys had a good time. You hung out.
yes
But
we
yeah,
talk a lot
and then she left and went back to America the next day.
yeah
But yeah, it's like all the other girls Tony's brought over. They were just obviously on payroll, we'll say, and just like zero like interaction with Jib. Like they see Jib and they're just like, why is there another girl here?
so it's like be like auntie for her like,
Yeah. They're also very young. Tony likes. You guys might have remembered my mega live stream where Tony had like a really young girl with him,
Hi.
and so I was like, Tony, check her ID, and he did, and I was like, halfway through, I'm wondering, I'm like, oh my god, is this about to be evidence of a crime? But she was 19, and then one of our subscribers, one of the community members, Lauren, was like, that's the age of her son. She was so disgusted, which I get, because Tony's probably like only like a few years older than her. Long time ago. I was in my 30s, early 30s.
ใช่เหรอ
ใช่
no
Dave says, is this the coffee channel? I have the wrong place. Yeah, we got a little bit of coffee. We were talking coffee earlier, Dave. Getting in depth. Don't be fooled. Work at Robinson during the day and Cowboy at night. Yeah, some of them. Yeah. Actually, one time I was on the train and I was going to Soy 23, and there was a girl on the train. I was on the BTS. There was a girl on the train with me, and she was wearing one of the bank uniforms, the yellow bank
yellow กรุงศรีเหรอ
Yeah. So she had a bank uniform on, name tag, everything, polo shirt. And so we get off the train together at Asok, and she's just in front of me. And go down the escalator, down into the MRT, cut across to the other side of where Terminal is. And I'm walking. I plan to cut down Cowboy because it's like 5 o'clock, and I was going to Soy 23 to meet up with some friends. And she, still walking in front of me, walks down Cowboy, and I see her take like a little bit of clothing out of her bag, and she walks into one of the clubs. So she was probably coming from her job at the bank, going to her job at Cowboy.
Wow, must be make lots of money every month.
Double salary.
I used to have 2 jobs before, but not this.
Actually, you had 3 jobs when we met. Well, you had your side hustle plus 2 jobs. Work at Jiv used to work at a weight loss clinic as the dietitian, and it was quite interesting.
And they like me because I'm slim that time.
Still slim now. It was called Slim Up, right?
Yeah.
And Jiv was like, oh, they have this machine that vibrates the fat, but it doesn't do anything. And the customers will ask, like, how come I already lost weight, but I didn't get the vibrations yet?
It's the magic of diet. It helps some, but like when you go to the point that diet not really cannot help anymore, you have to work out to lose more weight.
Eric says, I'll be more sweaty than Dana if I was running in the park. I'm used to working out in the aircon unless hot yoga, which was where I met my last girlfriend. I do not like working out in air conditioning. Like I find it makes me feel sick, to be honest. Like the get hot, cool down really quick. I'd rather work out outside or work out like somewhere that's like open air with just a fan.
So Eric, if you're here for like a month or 2, I will recommend you to like try Racket Club on Soy 49. Or is it between? It's like in like a you'll find Racket Club. I think they will call themselves on Soy 49. That's like a international community, and also Thai girl will go there. Like girls that can speak English for sure there.
Is that the one at Dr. Donna's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a community of like many sport there. So
Yeah, it actually it's called Racket Club. But yeah, they have a pool. There's a gym there.
pool, gym,
Quite nice.
tennis, badminton.
TRT clinic.
That's not a part of the gym way.
Separate, but in the same building.
So she rent the place, not the part of the service at the gym.
But yeah, it's a nice gym. I saw the gym last time I was there. They thought they were going to reopen, so they were cleaning it. Quite a nice facility.
I used to work out there when I work in the hospital because they have like they allow 10 staff per day from the hospital. So like when you finish work, just run there and sign your name. You get a ticket to go in.
Paul says they do give apps. They do give clothes at Fitness First. Optional though. Nice to get towels at the gym. You need the platinum membership for these perks. You need a special membership to get towels? I thought every gym gave you a towel to be able to dry off the equipment and stuff. So if not, you gotta at Fitness First. They want you to bring your own towel to wipe down the equipment. And so, like out of curiosity, what is the platinum membership? Do you get like free I don't know, sauna time or like a massage included?
Huh? They have massage there?
Some gyms do.
Ah.
I used to work out at a Gold's gym in the U.S. and they had a great sauna steam room. And then if you had an extra membership, you could get like a bonus membership and you could get tanning, like free tanning, like every week. Which obviously I never did. I don't need to be tanned. But they had like the tanning room that you could go into and they turn the lights on. I'm about the same level. You're a little bit more caramel. A little bit more mocha than me. It's not too difficult to suss out nightlife, ladies. Normally, Thai women are a lot like normal women everywhere. The only difficult to see those things if you want to not see. Yeah, no, for sure. Like if you see a girl and she's wearing like something that is maybe Thai women in general also tend to be modest, right? So like like most normal women, right? They have a certain level of modesty that goes with the culture. So like modesty in America would be different than modesty here, but when that modesty seems to be eroded quite a bit too much, right? There's a difference between like edgy and just like I work at cowboy look. Or there's also I remember one time Jib and I were at Pala actually, and there was a Japanese guy on a
Okay.
on a date, and it was quite clear that the lady he was with was hired for the evening, and like she spoke no Japanese, no English, and he spoke like barely. She maybe spoke a little English, and he spoke like a little English, and they were trying to like compare. And she was trying to like set up like multiple girls to meet him out. He's like, I want to drink beer.
So he wants to go to like rooftop bar somewhere. And so she called her friend, talk on the phone that I can understand, of course. But I pretend I don't understand. And like, she asked her friend like, oh, where the rooftop she should go. And then like try to explain to him. It's like, for me, it will feel like it's a bit struggle conversation for like, you know, if you really have a date, is that I feel a struggle to like try to communicate, because from the whole conversation that they can have is not smooth at all.
Yeah.
Different from us, right?
Yeah, very different.
But lucky that I have American husband who teach me English, so I can speak English.
So I remember one time I was at Pala, and actually I was meeting a girl who my friend Pat had set up a meeting with. She was a developer, and basically, what, this one?
Yeah, like,
She was. I didn't know when I met her, but she was one of Pat's girlfriends, and Pat has many girlfriends, and Pat's a
maybe he dates many, but not announced.
Yeah, he has many girlfriends, and so I didn't know that this girl Serena was one of his stable, if you will. And so I met her there, and she was like, all she wanted to do was ask me about like Pat, really. Like she wanted to talk about her idea for like her app, but she really just wanted to talk about Pat and like, oh, do you know if he's seeing anyone and stuff like that. But there was a guy who came in sat right next to us. He was wearing an older American dude, like maybe 70. And he's wearing a MAGA tank top. He's got a MAGA hat, and he even had a MAGA fanny pack.
You mean make America
Yeah,
great
yeah.
again?
Yeah. All the Trump stuff. He's decked out, head to toe. And he's waiting. He's sitting by himself. And he's like literally sitting across from me. And then this like young girl who's like maybe 20 walks in, and he like jumps up out of his chair, and he goes and meets her at the door, and she's wearing like little booty shorts, like the pockets hanging out, and like a tank top, and a lot of makeup, big fake boobs. Well, you know, the look you associate with certain things. And he brings her over to the table, and she barely speaks any English. Like her like I would almost argue it was non-existent. And he's trying to have a conversation with her. I'm like, the whole time I'm trying to talk to this girl Serena about her app, and we're like trying to have a conversation, and all I can hear is this guy like complaining about immigrants to this Thai girl in a country where he's probably trying to be an immigrant. I don't know if he's trying to retire here. And then he's trying to explain to her, he ordered food, like he didn't even let her look at the menu. And she got spaghetti. He's like, you know, this is like American pad Thai. He kept saying like he's like, oh, you know, you would like America, but we got to get rid of all the Mexicans. Like he would say stuff like this, and I'm just like,
How old is he?
he had to be like 70 maybe. But the
Ah.
fact that he had a MAGA tank top, this is when we lived in Monterey at the time, so this has had to be what, 3 years ago, 2 years
Yeah.
ago. And yeah, so MAGA tank top, MAGA hat, fanny pack. And just like the stuff he kept saying, I was just like, oh my God. What
If
What-
I say that,
what an
if I
asshat.
meet this type of person, I would just pretend I'm so stupid that I don't understand English at all.
I was just like, and like it just kept distracting me from the conversation I was trying to have.
Oh my god.
Craig says, I knew some cowboy girls who used to go to the driving range every week and hit a bucket while scoping potential high-value clients.
Huh.
Really? And they worked at Cowboy? And they were looking for like higher-level clients? Usually that's like more of a freelancer type thing. Because most part, from what I've seen, like girls who work at like Cowboy or Nana, they kind of stick to those areas. Whereas like the freelancers tend to be more of the high end of the marketplace.
I think they just look different.
Maybe.
Dress
Yeah.
different. Like the freelancer, they can be like undergrad student.
One of my friends did
Like
an interview.
even like higher than that, because the article many years ago was like graduate master but still work as freelancer.
Yeah, so one of my friends who is a journalist, he had done some interviews with girls who were freelancers. One of them had a master's degree from Chula.
Okay.
And she was a freelancer making $500,000 baht a month.
Well then, do they take more people? I would like to apply.
My. There's a pot shop here that gives a massage and has a CBD bar.
Huh.
Really? So they sell pot, they have a CBD bar, and they do massages? Do they have CBD massage lotion?
Is that help? Or you just like
Well, so I've seen CBD.
drink some?
I've seen CBD topical ointments. I don't know how functional they actually are.
Will it go through your skin? Absorb through the skin?
Yeah.
Not just like you have to.
No, I
eat
don't.
it?
No, I don't think it absorbs into the skin. I think it's for if you have skin issues. Like I've seen it as a CBD
okay.
anti-inflammatory topical for like.
Or
rashes.
if it's in time of inflammatory, yes,
Yeah.
you just use it outside. But I thought it's like for like pain.
Oh, no, so I think it's like I've seen them as anti-inflammatory. I don't know. Probably similar to Tiger Balm.
No, Tiger Balm is not for inflammation.
No, but I mean like it's just a topical application. Right? It doesn't soak into the muscle.
Okay.
Frank says he used to pretend to not speak English when he lived in Prague. Too many tourists wilding out. Yeah, a lot of times, like
Ooh.
most of the tourists who like you interact with when Bangkok has tourists are like you definitely want to be like no, not American. Sorry, don't speak English. Keep walking, buddy. You're not that guy. You know, it's.
Really?
It can be a tough situation to be in if there's like crazy ass people like trying to do crazy ass shit, and you're just trying to live in your city, and there's tourists who think it's just their playground.
Well, because they're just tourists. They just visit here and go back home.
I can remember going to fights, and there are like people who were like tourists at the fights, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is a," and by the end of the night, they're just drunk and like passed out.
Of course. It's like their vacation.
Some locals are like that too, though.
Yeah, but we don't.
Yeah, for us, we're like, okay, we're done. Like, and it's funny when I used to ref, right? And Jib would usually Jib worked the door a lot at the fights.
Yeah.
As the ticket person.
Yeah.
And usually, like, you can hang out. Like, if you want to get paid that night, you hang out for a couple hours, or like an hour, and then like they'll work it out and pay everyone. I'm just like, yo, send us the money. We're out of here. It's 11 o'clock. We want to be
Before
home.
the train
Yeah.
closed.
Yeah, or not, well, sometimes we used to go to Little Italy,
Yeah.
which probably has some of the worst pizza in Bangkok, but
good pasta.
pasta dishes are good. And they're open, or they used to be open 24/7. I don't even know if they're still in business. But we would go there and wait until like maybe 12 and then get a Grab and go home on Grab because it's just easier.
Except only one night with
Yeah.
Jack and Dee.
Yeah, till
It's
4 a.m.
Oh my god. You guys not sleep? It's
Yeah.
like I'm almost die.
Yeah, we hung out a little too late.
I love them, but I cannot leave. Like stay awake that
That
late.
long. Oh, so that was before the freelance proliferation. Gotcha. Going camping in New Brighton State Beach first week of August near Monterey. Oh, nice. I miss camping. It's a bit a bit too hot most of the year here for like tent camping. To be honest, I mean,
You cannot stay in a tent for sure.
yeah.
And like all the mosquito.
Well, yeah, the tent keeps the mosquitoes out, but like
But it's hot inside.
yeah, even with a well usually a tent will have like nice ventilation up top, but even with that, I mean, it's just too stagnant of air for the level of heat and humidity here.
You can't survive.
No, I have to.
I can't survive the box.
Have to glamp, not camp. Prague is where Irish and British kids go to party away from home. The place was lousy with 20-year-old kids looking for drugs and ladies of the night. I kept my head down and my headphones on. Yeah, no, I mean, that's like when we lived near Osok, right? Half the time, it's even like on a Wednesday night, there's just someone wiling out. You go out somewhere and it's just like, why? Why are you trying to just be an asshole on Wednesday? Like, so stay
Because
home.
they don't have to work next day.
Stay home, keep my head down, do what I gotta do. You know, I don't want to be. For me, like if we go out for dinner, like even we go early, because we don't want to end up being like stuck out with like some kids who are just like drunk or like a 10 o'clock dinner, kind of when there were tourists in the city. A 10 o'clock dinner kind of puts you in this stage where you're trying to go home while people are already pre-gaming and being assholes out in public. And like it's just not the scene that we want to be around. So for us, it's just like, all right, you know, early dinner, home by 9, good to go. You know, and like especially when we lived in Osok, it's like even if we wanted, because it was a really popular restaurant at the time, probably the most popular restaurant in the city, right next to our house, or right next to our building.
Yeah, that one opened late too.
And like it would be packed, and literally like the amount of expats that would just be complete douchebags coming out of there late at night was unbelievable. And you know, you'd see, this is a place, so it was on Soy Pai Cinto, for those of you who don't know. Soy Pai Cinto
It's behind MRT.
Yeah, it's behind the MRT, runs down Osok, and it's a very poorly paved neighborhood, Soy. So a lot of potholes, uneven road, a bridge that has like this weird transition onto it. But we'd see like Lamborghinis, Bentleys, like all these cars like double parked or like pulled up onto the sidewalk, diplomatic cars going to this restaurant. And one time, so actually two things that happened. Two of the ring girls who we know, who may or may not be freelancers, I don't know, but they were shopping, I think, for food at the grocery store attached to the restaurant. And then a video pops up online of them leaving, and they ordered Grab Bike, and all the other bikers, the motorcycle wins from in front of our building, who were a little on the gangster side, if I say so. They surround them, and they all start fighting with them and the Grab driver. And I showed Jib the video, and she was like, "Oh, I don't know if I would talk like that." But that was one of the things. But then another time, I was coming home. I'd been out somewhere late at night. I was coming back home, and there was a group of people waiting in front of that restaurant, like blocking the walkway while they're waiting for their Grab. And so the Grab pulls up and pulls against traffic so that these people can get in. And as I'm walking, they're like trying to like push their way in front of me, and the guy's like pulling his way in. And the guy who was like drunk trying to get into the Grab tries to push me. So it's like him, another guy, and then three women. They're all trying to get into like the same Grab. And so the guy like pushes me, and I just kind of gave him like a little foot tap with my foot and like knocked him over. Right? So he falls down, and I just kept walking. He gets up and starts to come after me. Right? And then the two girls like jump on him to like try and stop him. And I was like, oh, please.
That means they not drunk. Just only that guy.
Oh, they were drunk too, but not as drunk as him. So
why drunk people make a poor choice?
So I'm like, no, let him go, please. I'm okay with this. I'll choose violence in this situation. And they end up, he's like, I'll fucking kill you, you son of a bitch. You don't know who I am. Like, you're right, I do not. but we can find out. But yeah, it was, that type of stuff happened all the time. I would see fights in front of this restaurant. And like I said, this guy just happened, like he pushed me while I was trying to walk up the sidewalk to get home. And so I just gave him essentially like a little trip. But he fell down
Next
like
time,
flat
you
on his
give
face.
a corner break.
Just like I just tapped his foot and he fell over. Old school kind of like wrestling trip. But you know, it was ridiculous. Like, you know, they said the two girls like jumping on him, like trying to pull him back. And
Next time you slam him.
the other guy who was with him like looked like he was gonna pee himself. He was just like,
It's kind of weird that drunk people make a poor choice, try to fight you when they're drunk and they're smaller than you most of the time.
I mean, I probably looked just like a big goofy fat guy, like, you know, wearing like suspenders and like round glasses and walking home and carrying my tote bag. You know,
I think
maybe they assume that they're just gonna beat up the nerdy guy. It's an okay assumption to make. I mean,
same as me. I'm a cute auntie.
and then you choke a motherfucker out.
Don't come into my range. I'll do bare naked choke. It's the least disgusting thing, I think. Or
better than breaking the leg.
Not easy to break leg, really.
Yeah.
Because I'm small, my weight not gonna make any
True.
pressure. But to choke him out, I think might be the best way and stamp him later.
Do you remember the video of the guy who got into a fight with the bus driver and the ticket woman got into a fight with the guy?
ว่าสมียนายใช่ไหม
ใช่ครับ
ใช่
The bus driver, so the guy he was fighting with the ticket girl, right?
It's who started first?
I think the guy started to fight with the ticket girl, but then the ticket girl was like swinging the cylinder at him.
Yeah.
And
That's
then,
all the coin in it.
Yeah.
Heavy.
But then the driver just jumps out of the bus with like a karate kick.
Oh yeah, and I said like, why don't he like do like a choke or something that like his position?
No, you
can
said
do,
the ticket girl should have done the choke.
Oh, okay.
Because the driver misses the karate kick, and then the guy starts to like punch but miss the driver. So the girl's behind him, and she just starts to hit him with the tube,
it's like
the ticket tube.
If you will get fight here, man, you just like have to make it right and finish it.
So Jib's like, oh, she should just do rear naked choke because why is she hitting him with the tube? It's not going to hurt him that much. Just choke him out.
Make it quiet,
That was
end it, and you go back home.
That's the neighborhood we used to live in. That was my bus stop. That's where I would get off. So Emizaki asked, had you ever been to Maine to consume seafood? Yes. So like 25 years ago, I spent a week in Maine with a girl I was dating at the time. And I ate lobster like 4 times a day.
Ooh.
So breakfast, lobster omelet.
Okay.
Right? Then you go for like lunch and it'd be like lobster pie is one of the things they do there.
So you need seafood sauce.
So then, that's dinner. I'd go for dinner. It'd be like dual lobsters, twin lobsters steamed.
You need seafood sauce.
So they serve
green
chili
seafood sauce.
In Maine, they serve it with a like butter, just lobster and butter.
Thai will think like it's too like the flavor. It's not.
Well, it's very salty butter, so it brings out the flavor
enough.
of the lobster. But yeah, Joe's right. Lobster
Thai
rolls
will
like.
bring.
So when I lived in Rhode Island, right, you would get lobster rolls at the beach, like a couple bucks, and definitely lobster rolls like a classic kind of American beach food, Northeast beach food. Yeah, just so good. Shrimp roll. Actually, for a shrimp sandwich, man, I prefer the shrimp po' boy, like the fried shrimp in the sandwich with that Creole mayo. Oh, Rich Mac, what's up? Oh, you in Vegas, man? Oh, you were at 264? Nice.
That one?
Nice. So you saw the break?
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you wear your mask?
You have a good seat for UFC, or are you just hanging out? Didn't go into the show actually. A 20,000 capacity show in Vegas.
No mask.
Just over 20,000 people.
I saw some staff wear masks.
Yeah, the staff usually, the commission members were wearing masks. Yeah.
They have to ใช่ไหม
Probably because they're like officials for the fight. Yeah, how was the show, man? Where'd you stay?
Bellagio?
I've seen UFC live before, never in Vegas though. But I think honestly, man, I think one's production, like overall, every UFC event I've been to is always a better show than any one event I've been to. But one championship, the way they do the whole production is a whole different experience. It's definitely interesting. You know, like with the pyrotechnics, and it's probably closer to what a Pride show was. And then one pumps that heartbeat noise into the arena while you're watching the show. It's like supposed to make you on edge.
Oh, I think your vegetable from Chiang Mai is on the way.
Oh, nice. Mark Wiens dropped the lobster video from Maine. He's in the U.S. Oh, nice. Yeah, I know he's traveling a lot more making food videos. I follow a guy on TikTok who's a Maine lobster fisherman, and like he does a lot of videos about like the stuff they catch or how they decide. They have a measurement tool for what they can keep, or if they find one with eggs in it, they mark the tail so that the ones that carry eggs stay in the population. So they always throw those back. So really interesting. I guess the Maine lobster fishing is regulated to like family-owned boats and stuff, or individually owned boats. So it's really interesting. Rich says, great seats at T-Mobile Arena, no mask and sold out. Yeah, sold out. Just over 20,000 people.
Ooh.
Under 20,100, like 20,068 or something. I saw the gate. So yeah, no one's wearing a mask though, man. I'm worried about like super spreader events from stuff like that. Because you know not everyone's vaccinated. There'll be a lot of carriers.
Even you vaccinate, you still can be carrier, but you just not get sick.
Yeah, but I'm saying there are a lot of people who are not vaccinated. Unless they're checking vaccination cards or something. But yeah, the UFC show, so good. That was a great card too, man. I would have loved to have been there for that card. And then see Conor get his leg snapped. The show is like, I've been to WWE a bunch too, man. I love WWE shows. I love WWE. I love the storytelling, the theatrics, all of that I love. Jib hates it. She hates that I love it. But even like local wrestling, like I'm such a big fan of the, used to be Gato Move was the local promotion. Now we have Setup.
Stunt show?
What's that? It's a stunt show. It's theater. It's violent theater. But now we have Setup and in Top Dojo Pro Wrestling in Bangkok. I love Top Dojo shows. Setup's been doing good shows. And then in Malaysia, I love Malaysian Pro Wrestling. Cornelius Lowe, one of my favorite wrestling characters ever. Obviously, our friend AJ Pyro wrestles for Malaysian Pro Wrestling now. And
I would like to see him fight in the cage more than wrestling.
He's retired from fighting now. Since his last fight in Indonesia, I don't think he's going to fight anymore.
Oh, yeah. He should not, right?
Yeah. He got knocked out in his last fight. And, you know, it was, I think, like, he had a great camp. He was in amazing shape. And it just, you know, he's old enough now where it's, like, not worth the payoff. But with the pro wrestling, like, it gives him the chance.
Yeah, he can have fun.
Yeah, to have fun. And he's still in great shape. I mean,
his leg is bigger than my head.
Yeah, he's jacked. He's like short. He's like 5 feet tall. A little bit. He's taller than Emily. He's so
good at that, like the Spartan dress, you know.
He's taller than Emily, or no?
About same height, I think.
Yeah, his wife is like short too. His wife used to be my producer, so me and his wife traveled together quite a bit.
And she has like what color belt for BJJ?
She has a purple belt now or brown belt?
Not sure, but wow. If people try to mess up that couple.
Yeah, she's awesome. And they're both like fitness fanatics. Yeah, like when we would travel, I know that she would try to make sure that we had a hotel with a gym, and she would book, because she would do all our booking and stuff. But usually, or she'd like get a big enough room that she could exercise in. And I'm just gonna order food. But yeah, it's AJ's a great guy, man. I love watching him wrestle and just compete in anything. He's in such good shape. He's like going to be close to 50 now. Because I remember when he turned 45. It was a few years back. Yeah, he's jacked. Jack City. Craig said, "What? Bacardi dropped a new tropical rum? Isn't all rum tropical? I don't understand what makes that limited. Rum by nature is a tropical
Bacardi
drink.
is a drink,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they make rum, but you're saying
Yeah.
they dropped a tropical rum. But I
What
think
is tropical rum?
but rum comes from tropical areas because it's made from sugar cane. Yeah,
You cannot grow it in U.S., right? Sugar cane? Well, you can grow it. You can grow corn, right?
sugar cane. Hawaii grows sugar cane. California maybe. Florida. Nacho Libre, great movie. Nacho Libre. Yeah, I love WWE. So Rich says no proof of vax card needed. Potential super spreader event for sure. Las Vegas is all money, so hotels, venues let people go maskless. Of course they do. Of course they do.
Oh,
Where'd you stay at, Rich?
Bellagio.
Bellagio. Bellagio's a nice hotel. Expensive, especially during fight week. It'll be expensive.
Oh,
So they used to hold not Bellagio. What's the other one? Marina Sands is Mandalay Bay. Mandalay Bay. They used to they used to hold the fights at Mandalay Bay, and like to stay at Mandalay Bay was like 11,000 baht a night, 12,000 baht a night for like a cheap room during fight week.
can I go? Like, can I stay further and just walk to see the fight?
Yeah, there's a free bus that goes up and down the strip, so you could stay in like Old Vegas for like 2,500 baht a night.
That's fine.
And then take the bus up the strip. But now for some people, like there's so many events at the Mandalay Bay, people would just stay there, but it would sell out quick. I had friends who went there and they got a suite and they paid like 30,000 baht a night to stay in the suite. But there was a bunch of them, right? So it was like probably more than there should have been in the room. So it was probably like 3,000 baht each staying there.
Think about how many bedrooms in that room
The suite, I think they had 3 bathrooms.
but how many people in that room?
10, like at least.
So how can they like,
Yeah, no, it was definitely a shit show. And they stayed for a week. So it was like,
oh,
yeah, I'm sure the hotel was not happy.
yeah.
Joe says WrestleMania was so much fun in Orlando, Florida. Yeah, they've done WrestleMania in Florida a few times, man. I've never been to a pay-per-view WWE event. I would like to though. I bet you it's a great experience. I stayed at the Renaissance Hotel night. Yeah, the Renaissance is a nice place. Yeah,
Marriott.
I want to stay at the. If I ever went back to Vegas, I was just talking about this with Frank. If I ever went back to Vegas, I'd want to stay at the Rio, and see Penn and Teller. Like that's the only reason I would go back. Like I don't gamble, and like the buffets at Vegas are great, but like I can't eat a buffet like 3 times a day.
You can.
I not really, like because after the second one I'd just be too full. But like here,
I know you can.
But I like to walk around Vegas. I like some of the stuff like that. But I don't gamble, like I said. And I don't go out at night, so I'm not going to clubs. You know, I would stay at the Rio. I would watch Penn and Teller, and then I'd go somewhere. I'd go to like the Grand Canyon or something. Take a helicopter flight, like one of those things, as opposed to like just gamble. Something leaking?
No, jam shower. Maybe finish a morning class.
Yeah, they have sugar cane in Florida. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, Florida's the right temperature.
Yeah.
Florida's actually tropical. California's not tropical. It's just warm. California's like perfect weather. Florida's tropical weather.
So it's like same as here?
Yeah, similar. Not as hot, but similar.
Okay.
Not as hot, but similar.
With alligator.
Yeah, with alligators. Yeah, alligators
And python?
and pythons and sea manatees,
What's that?
like the big sea cows.
Oh, manatee.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Sweet, cute.
Then they have them all over Florida.
We have a cousin here in the sea here.
Yeah, you call what Dunla or something? Dula,
Payun.
Payun. So I'm waiting for the comments to catch up.
What? So it's late. This
Yeah.
one not sure.
Yeah.
Huh.
Eric says, I love Andre the Giant drinking stories. Yeah. Ric Flair has some good ones. He tells like a case of wine to start off.
Huh?
Yeah,
Case of wine?
Yeah. So I saw I saw an interview. I think it was Jake the Snake, where he had to drive Andre around, and they would just get a van and take the seats out and put like bean bags in the back, and Andre would sit in the bean bags because he was so big.
Uh-huh.
And then he would drink 2 30-packs of beer like in a 2-hour drive. 60 beers.
I think the alcohol level may be cause the issue.
Well, he had some type of, like, he was huge, and he had like some type of issue where like he didn't metabolize alcohol properly. As part of his like growth issue.
Yeah.
But then I remember Jake the Snake saying the one thing that shocked him was like, how did he not piss after 60 beers?
Yes.
He's like, I would have pissed myself.
That's lots of volume. Think about,
They walk around. Oh, it's 42. Ooh, yeah. Maybe
In the
that's a
night
bit warm.
also?
No, midday.
Oh, in the midday then no, don't go.
But it's very dry there, right? So this is the other thing. Your skin. I don't know. You're coming from Alaska, right? Which when it's winter, it's really dry. So it's probably similar dryness. That always bothered my skin. Venetian in Vegas is so nice and great poker room. I walked through the Venetian. I didn't stay there. But yeah, it looked nice. Definitely a good experience. Treasure Island looks like a lot of fun too. Is Luxor still there? That pyramid?
Luxor Nonoburi.
Luxor Vegas. Luxor Vegas. Yeah, Venetian was a nice place. They had the little river out front with the waterways, canals.
We have similar in Hua Hin.
Yeah, we have it here in Bangkok.
Huh? We have it here in Bangkok?
Yeah.
The Venetian?
No, we have Klongs.
My shy, see, I'm in hotel.
Eric, the poor guy on flights couldn't fit in plane bathrooms, so to do number 2, the flight attendants would pull the curtains. Oh my God. Yeah, he's a big dude, man.
Oh, is it a real story?
Yeah, of Andre the Giant. He was so big.
Oh my. How can he sit in the airplane? Like buy 2 seat
Probably like had to get first class.
and 2 seat? So he sit for like 2 and
Maybe.
use the seat belt for one from the leftist and
Maybe he had to fly cargo.
one from the... No.
I mean, back in the day, wrestlers almost never flew to venues because they would travel, like, they would do shows, like, every night.
Or like on the way, drive.
Yeah,
like,
so they would drive. And because they're contractors, right, what they would do is rent cars and then write it off as a tax deduction type of
can be like on the... Like a luxurious coach.
thing. No, they
Right.
would get, like, no, because buses in America are not luxurious. No, they would rent cars and they would drive, like, 4 per car, like, city to city. But I'm sure with Andre, it's like just jump in the back of a van and go. Luxor was a fun place. Yeah, did they knock Luxor down or is it still there? I went inside. It was a cool place, but like I never stayed there either. I like the light on the top that just shoots up. I thought that was cool. Bit of light pollution though. All of Vegas is light pollution though, but that one just like straight up shot into the sky. Yeah, Vegas is unique.
No, when you say Vegas, I think about that movie.
Hangover.
ไม่ใช่ the zombie one.
Oh, the Army of the Dead or whatever.
Yeah. I always think about that. Oh, when you say the word Vegas, like
We just came out, so.
yeah.
But yeah, I think of Hangover when I think of Vegas. That movie is such a good classic comedy film. But with that, guys, yeah, we're rounding up on 2 hours. I think we're going to cut it off for today. Get some work done. Thank you for rocking with us, as always. Not much of an update. Pretty much everything's status quo for lockdown or extended, not a lockdown.
Lockdown, but we still chill at home.
So hopefully Saturday we'll have some new updates, maybe on Phuket, maybe on the Samui situation with their program.
Oh, let's see. After the party photo, show us what's there.
Yeah. But all right, guys. Until next time, keep taking action. Make your ideas reality.